in a derby, grand final rematch, you've done it again. Talk to us about the confidence that you're playing with at the moment, because it looks so good and this guy can't stop wrapping you up.
No, that means a lot, especially coming from him. I mean, I guess when you have confidence and you're feeling it, but the whole team's got the confidence, so everyone's behind each other, and we really have this strong belief in the team. And obviously we had a great year last year, but we feel like even more this year we have more of a point to prove, And in terms of myself, it's great to get, I guess, player of the match, but it's just being able to help the team out when I can do, when I'm called upon, when Max gets a chance up there, he does it for the team, and so I'm just grateful. When it comes to me, I can make those saves for the team.
And a great thing you have achieved this week, being called up to the Socceroos. That must be a childhood dream. A couple of years ago, you were on the bench at Central Coast, you moved to Melbourne City, and now you're here. Again, I know how much hard work lies behind the scenes, but for you and your family, must be a great moment.
Yeah, it's, as you said, it's a childhood dream. I remember being as young as anyone else here, the kids here, and watching players like, yourself and Gemmo and all different players that are running down the line and thinking, one day I want to be there. And, to be able to get this call up this week, it was a dream come true, and it's just, it means the world to myself, my family, and it's a proud moment.
Well, I want to take it right back to the start of last season when you first came into the side. There were a few mistakes, but you seemed to keep your head down. There was a lot of faith in Aurelio Vidmar. And what have you done over that time to get to a position that you're in now to be at Socceroos and keeping clean sheets in big matches?
I think, Archie, it's just, mistakes are going to happen. And I knew going into last season and making my debut and moving on forward that these things were going to happen, and I prepared for these things to happen. And Vidi and the coaching staff had full belief in me, and just said to me, "What happens? Just get on with it." It happens all over the pitch everywhere, and it's just unfortunate when it happens to you. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a goal. So they just said to me, don't worry about it, just get on with it, and that's really helped me, I guess. Focus on the job at hand and just do my job, saving goals and trying to help the team progress up the pitch.
Is that the message that he gives to the young players as well? Like, don't be afraid to make mistakes in the areas, because is this why we're seeing these 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds have such great games?
Yeah, I think so. These young guys that are coming in, and you see on the weekends, but they've been in from pre-season from day one like us. So they know exactly how we're playing, as much as anyone else does in the older boys. And he says the same thing to everyone. He's like, just forget it and move on, because you can't afford to dwell on things, and there's another mistake happening if you're doing that. So there's no positive to it. So that's what his message is to all the boys, and that's what's received.
I'd like to just dwell on the Grimaldi shot that was coming your way. Can you please talk us through? That was a wicked ball. Yeah. What goes through your mind as a keeper when that thing's kind of dipping and curving?
I couldn't even see it. I couldn't see it. I was looking between the boys. I honestly could not see the shot. I saw him, kick, and then it went, and then I just saw it last second and threw my hand up at it and managed to get enough on it to tip it over. But yeah, it's those types of saves that you don't see it last second, and you react, reflex, and you just hope for the best.
Well, mate,
and it came at a fantastic moment. It was just start of the second half when Victory were pushing. They had a first 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mate, congratulations once again. Go and soak that up and go and get dry. Look at us trying to share 2 umbrellas.
I got to go see the fans first. They've been awesome, so I'll do that and then I'll get in.
Happy days.
All good.
There he is.
Well done, Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick Beach. Yep, pound. That's the way to do it.